Good afternoon. Today is Thursday, December 22nd. The time right now in Singapore is 2:05 p.m. And overnight on Wall Street, we have expected we saw a rebound on in US equities. The Dow Jones actually rebounded from Wednesday low of 32,581 to the overnight high of about 33,000, almost 400. So we can see that the market has actually did the rebound in which we expected. So we can see the high last night was 33,436 and 0.05, which is within my expected target range. And from here, between here and 33,647, I think there is the possibility of market actually reversing back to the downside. So the rebound in the Dow Jones is a little bit more pronounced compared to the other two equity index. So we will see how this market play out, because as far as S&P 500 and the Nasdaq 100, it has not hit a similar milestone in terms of the rebound last night. But you can see that Dow Jones has actually hit my target range, in which I do expect some kind of selling interest to re-emerge. So we will have to see. Tonight we have the revision of the Q3 US GDP numbers. Previously was reported to be up 2.9% for Q3, which is a fantastic number. So any kind of revision to the downside is going to be a negative, and that could actually spark a sell-off going into tonight's trading. So we will have to watch what kind of numbers come out. If there is no surprise, if the market stays, if the revision stays at 2.9 or thereabout, I think the market basically will do nothing. But if the risk is, of course, a revision to the downside, anything less than 2.9 is going to be deemed to be bad. Okay, so we will have to see. And of course, S&P 500, like I mentioned, the rebound wasn't that sharp. The market did not come to my ideal price. Actually, I have a working order to sell at 3,912, and hoping that I can catch this rebound. But so far, it is just there's a working order, and there's no guarantee that it will be filled, but that's fine. Let the market tell me what it wants to do. Anyway, it's almost towards the year end. Liquidity is going to be an issue, and hopefully I do not have to carry any position going to the Christmas holiday. Not something I want to do, because on Boxing Day there are a few markets that are not open, so that do increase the overall risk. So if you can afford, try not to hold any position over Christmas. Friday will be the last day of trading before traders starts to leave for their holidays. So you may also want to consider do the same thing. And over in the Nasdaq 100, like I said, the rebound wasn't that robust. The low traded on Wednesday was 10,967, and the rebound had been pretty shallow. If the market can actually climb somehow to 11,425 to 11,566, that branch of prices would be quite ideal for me to consider taking a short trade if the market do ever come into this pocket of prices. Okay, over in Asia this morning, we can see that the Hang Seng actually rebounded rather aggressively. The yesterday low was 18,885, and you can see today we have a sharp rebound to the upside, almost challenging the month's high. Currently this morning the high was at 19,735, which is not very far away from 19,926, which is the month high traded about a fortnight ago. You can see that on December the 9th, this is the high, 19,926. So again, there may be a chance market actually would attempt to challenge the 20,000, which is a very nice round number. So if the market actually do go to 20,000 and manage to overtake 20,000, and if it cannot find enough buy stops above those levels, it may actually come back down again. And if this is the case, the market is basically we will have to see, because normally during at times when the market challenge a very obvious level, which is 20,000, 10,000, those are very obvious levels. And if you cannot find follow through buying, then obviously it will have to come back down, because I think the market will be in the mood to hunt for stops. Okay. Now over in the Shanghai Composite Index, we do see a rebound from yesterday low at 3,060, but it wasn't that much. Okay, and if the market can extend higher to 3,124 to 3,143 levels, I think that will present another chance for the market to actually perhaps see some selling interest re-emerging from those bracket of prices. Okay, over in Nikkei, we are seeing the same thing. Overnight, we can see Nikkei yesterday went up to a low of 26,269, and which I also mentioned that this is a pocket of prices which I believe that is no longer worth chasing after the market on the short side. Conversely, the risk of a rebound is actually pretty high, and this is what it did this morning. The market actually have a bit of a rebound. So it's very shallow for now. Ideally, the market can rebound higher to 27,122 to 27,390 levels. That will be a great level for me to actually consider taking a short. For now, I'm just going to watch how the market plays out. Over in FX market, we can see that the dollar having gone down very aggressively. The dollar yen from 138.18 dropped all the way to 130 or 57, and then true enough, the market actually rebound. Now, yesterday I did mention anywhere near 130 or 131 is actually a fantastic buying opportunity, because when you consider the fact that in the daily time frame, if I show you the daily time frame, my point of invalidation is actually 130.39. So from a risk reward perspective, buying anywhere near 131 is actually very attractive for people who like to trade counter trend, because at the bare minimum, there is a potential for the market to go up to 133.50 levels. Okay, even if you are a scalper, 133.50, if you bought near 131, I think will be very good return, because you are risking no more than 60 pips, okay, in exchange for perhaps more than 200 pips. Okay, so this is a very good risk reward ratio, and there's always a possibility the market may actually go beyond the 134 half level, and then who says there's no saying the market cannot go back to 138. Okay, so based on risk reward, I think it's quite conducive to actually take up a counter trend trade. Okay, over in dollar yen, I'm sorry, euro dollar. Let's go back to the 4 hours to get a better look at the scale of movements. The market has been pretty quiet. In fact, it has been ranging with no clue as to where it wants to go. The high traded was 107.36, and that was on Thursday itself, on December 15. So we're talking about a week ago, the market was 103.36, and we are not much different away from that. Prices currently market 106.44, and this is a bracket of prices which I do believe actually makes sense to actually trade on the short side. I am already short. In fact, I've been short for almost a week now. I still cannot see any significant moves, because from a risk reward ratio, again, very much like dollar yen, the risk reward is actually very conducive. I just put my stop just above 108, and hopefully the market can come back down. At the bare minimum, it can challenge the December low. So far, the 104, if not go down all the way to 102.35, which is my target price. Okay, so risk reward very good. Over in the sterling is the same thing. Sterling do pull back a little bit deeper than euro dollar, but however, the market did not actually collapse. I was hoping to see the market actually come down all the way to 119. Based on where it is right now, is no longer at this current price, is not very conducive for trading. But if the price can go back to 122, that's a different story altogether. I've actually placed a working order to sell at 122 in exchange for 119. Okay, so this is currently my working order, not executed yet. Okay, I need the price to actually rebound. Over in dollar versus Canadian, the price has actually come down to my ideal price to take a long position. 133.38 is the to 133 135.90 is currently the bracket of prices in which I do believe maybe we should see the re-emerging of buying interest. And if that's the case, then a challenge of 137 is not going to be impossible, but I think the market has the potential to go up to test the November high of 138. So based on this, putting the stop just under 135.18, I think that will be a very good exchange. Risk reward is very favorable. Okay, let's go on to look at the other. Let's look at crude oil. Yesterday in my update, I did mention that price actually took out the resistance line just marginally yesterday when I was doing the recording. It wasn't very clear cut that it will survive, but last night the market actually went up to $78.87, and that has convincingly tell us that the market has taken out this resistance line and it's on the way to $81 to $83. And I have already long this crude oil position for quite some time now, and during the pullback on last Friday, I actually added another buy order, and now I have existing I have three long positions in crude oil, and my target is $83. Okay, this is to say that the market is probably doing a three-way rebound, and this is actually a very conservative outlook. I do believe that crude oil has a lot more potential than just $83. But for now, I just have to go with the possibility of just a technical rebound. Okay, so if the market do more than that, we will have to see how things develop, and then maybe I would have to maybe at some point buy back at a much higher price. We will see. Okay, for now, I have my latest buy position is $74. That one has moved. I've moved my stop price to my break-even price, so that one is a risk-free trade. However, my earlier two long position was around $78, and that still is just marginally above where the price is right now. So it is not time to move my stop order. So I will see whether it can go straight to my target without me having to adjust my stop. Over in gold itself, gold is not doing very much after that surge up to $1,823.80. The market has been basically sidelining. Right now, I've added new short position. I have taken up a short position last night at around $1,817. So I'm just hoping the market can actually come back down. And if the market doesn't come down, it take up $18.35. $1,835. I'm out of the game, and I'll just have to see what happens next. And if this trade actually works out, I'm hoping the market can come back to 1,725 in the spot gold. Okay. Over in silver, we have a more robust rally. You can see the price has been trading very neatly between this rising channel. And yesterday, we can see prices traded at a high of $24.30. And then pullback. So this pullback may actually be the catalyst to see lower precious metal prices. It may eventually pull down gold prices as well. And it will have to come. We will have to see how things develop tonight. So far, the market is just not giving us a very clear-cut signal, but I'm taking a counter trend trade, okay? So if the price actually come back down, that'll be great because I want to buy silver very, very badly, okay? But I have not been able to do so. Hopefully, this is my chance. Over in cryptocurrency, we can see that there's nothing much happening in the crypto space. Prices rally up to 17,060 thereabout and then stop. Okay, and this is just below my ideal price of $17,083 to $17,330. So this basically is the price range which I do expect some re-emerging of selling orders, and if this is the case, maybe the opportunity is to the downside. Okay, and the same thing goes for Ethereum. The market did not do very much over the last 24 hours after hitting a high of 1,226. And again, it missed my ideal target of 1,226, 1,227 to 1,250. So this bracket of prices is actually quite vulnerable. So we will have to see if the prices do actually go into this bracket of prices, maybe is to look for selling opportunity. Okay. Ripple, of course, we have no news on the case between SEC and Ripple Lab. I think there will be, the only news will probably come earliest is March next year, if not May next year. So we are still eagerly waiting for some kind of verdict. In the meantime, this market is just hanging for dear life. It doesn't know where to go. So I think it's maybe best to avoid this particular token at all costs. Okay, Binance Coin obviously has not been trading very aggressively to the upside. You see a rebound from 220 to 253, and that's about it. And if the price can go up further to 257 to 269, I think there's a bracket of prices that is more conducive to look for selling opportunity. So in the meantime, that is all I have for you, and I'll talk to you again on Christmas Eve, which is tomorrow. Bye-bye.